Have we got everything?
Then you need to slap his ass on the way out.
Moto entrando a Pilei.
You okay?
Sì.
One, two, three.
Okay, me. Can I get in?
That's just one plastic bit.
Activated when I was in the gravel.
Oh, airbag, yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, the camera.
Yeah.
Legend, Pepe.
Gravel.
It's not his first rodeo, is it?
Well, that was disappointing, wasn't it? Rather than leave that as the end of the video, I thought we might have a look at what we think might have happened on that lap to cause the crash. I have my little race box running in the background, so we can see on the preceding lap, although it's not actually counted for some reason by the race box, there was this 53.08 was the preceding lap. And we can come up here and click versus. So we've got 53.08 in blue, and then we're going to compare this incomplete lap, which ends, as we all know, in the gravel trap at turn 3. Let's maybe compare and contrast and see how we got on. We can zoom in on the timeline. This is the way the race box works. You can see coming under the bridge, braking point is just before that kind of arrow on the pit lane. There are sort of red marks on the pit lane. They're kind of neck and neck going through. Zoom in a bit. Going through turn 1. Very, very similar speed. Yeah, all pretty similar. Reached a slightly higher speed on the crash lap, the red line down on the graph. Again, going through turn 2, all very, very similar. But we can see on this graph here, it's very obvious something happened here. And that is, I think you can hear it on the video as well, I don't close the throttle all the way, which leaves this kind of like coasting section here when, you know, I'm kind of at my max speed going in quite happily with the throttle fully closed, front end's nicely loaded, the bike's turning just like I want it to, which doesn't happen on the crash lap. And I think that is enough to put me off. I have been experimenting with looking at different reference points coming in here, different lines going in, and letting the bike run out a bit farther to come back in for the second apex here, choosing different reference points along this kind of barrier to be looking at. And I don't think I've been doing that in a methodical way, basically. So as I've gone in here, the throttle, for whatever reason, I've not shut it properly. And then, so I'm now going in a bit quicker. I've also changed my reference points, and I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be looking in the moment, and let's have a look. We end up in the gravel trap, don't we? Yep, fucked it. In fact, what I've got up here is actually what I think is my best lap on this bike around Almeria, 51. Yeah, let's call it 51.2. And now the incomplete lap, which is the crash lap, is the one in blue. And I thought I would see just, what my better line was compared to when things went a little bit wrong. Let's zoom in on here. That's kind of way off over here, isn't it? So the crash lap is in blue now, and my quickest lap is in red. Where are we? Coming in. Best lap in red. So much kind of quicker on the gas coming out the corner, going up the hill, generally higher speed throughout. Let's zoom it over here. Going through turn 2, back on the gas way earlier, much more comfortable, obviously. And then going through turn 3, already well ahead. So the highest speed achieved on the best lap through that point, 94 miles an hour, and on the crash lap, 92. So I've definitely gone into that turn 3 more quickly. And then for reference, just let's pick the point where I decided to jump off. Sort of about there. I'm doing 68, and on the fastest lap, very similar speed. So I've, obviously the bike could handle that. I just wasn't prepared for that, corner quite as well. Didn't have my reference point sorted out, and that's where it got me, the gravel trap.